Hey everybody, it's Tammy at tammybracketdesigns.etsy.com. I hope you're having a really good Saturday. Today I'm working on a few of my mini macaroni box journals, junk journals, and I thought I'd kind of take you through the process of making the scrunch paper for the front of the journals. There are two ways you can do this. You can do the scrunch paper technique, which looks a lot like this, or you can take your macaroni box and simply cover it with some nice scrapbooking paper and then just put an embellishment on the front. So, there are just a lot of ways that you can use up your scrap paper to make these little junk journals. And whether you're using scrapbook paper or the scrunch paper, it really doesn't. You can even paint the whole thing. It really doesn't matter. But I thought it would be kind of fun this morning. I want to paint. I'm in a paint mood, and I'm not in a I'm going to paint neatly mood. So I thought it would be fun to watch the process of this scrunch paper background that we're going to just do very, very quickly. I have to give a shout out to Miss Jenny Belly at jennybellystudio.blogspot.com and journalworkshops.ning.com. Jenny she's a recycle artist, and I'm just always amazed at the things that she comes up with. And this is where I learned this technique. If you want to be directed to the exact tutorial, it's look for instant scrunch background texture techniques. You can just Google that and it will pull up Jenny's video. This is just, it's packing paper, and my dogs love it. When we get a package of something, it's like where my dogs are tugging on one side and I'm tugging on one side, so I can lasso the ends in paper before it gets stuck in doggy mouths. So the paper is kind of scrunchy to begin with, but what you're going to do is kind of roll it up and kind of carefully pull it out and then start painting it. Just start hitting it with some paint, and I like to use the I'm really into aqua right now, so I'm put out a little aqua. Put out a little aqua paint. This is whoa! Did you see that? Oh, that's a glob of paint. Paint glob. So we're going to put out a bit of paint, and then we're just going to spread it around. This is a great way to use up excess paint or paint that's, obviously that aqua is getting down to the very bottom of the bottle. So, there are a billion ways to do this. You don't have to do it like this, but I thought it would be kind of fun this morning since I'm working on these journals, to show you how I do it. Lots of people do it different ways. Obviously, I'm getting a lot of dried paint because I am trying to kind of use up my paint. It's kind of at the end of its rope. It's the end of the paint life. Now we've got a nice little layer here. So I'm going to take this again and kind of scrunch it up. Again, be very careful when you pull it open. If you do tear it, it's no biggie. But the more paint that you put on your packing paper, the sturdier it becomes. It almost becomes like you can see, it becomes like a fabric, and it has a lot of texture and a lot of interest, and it feels really good. It feels like just a piece of material. Okay. Maybe if I shake my paint, it will turn out better. like I said, I'm just ready to slap it down this morning, as Jenny Belly would say. Just slap it down. And of course, I'm working on a. I'm just working on my desk on a white piece of paper, and I even turned those white pieces of paper into painterly elements like hearts and stars and birds and things like that. Okay. Well, I haven't put any water on this, just paint. All right, let's give it another. Oh, it gets so icky and delicious. And it's even fun to see, like, ooh, wonder what's going to happen now. Because the paint gets kind of, okay. There we go. Isn't that just really cool? Okay. Now, I want to, I'm going to get some highlights on here, so I'm going to go for a bit of white. And when I put the white on, I'm not going to use a lot, just a little tiny, squirt on little dabs of it. I would like that to have been more dabberly, but it is not. Kind of, you know, it creates kind of like peaks and valleys. So, you know, you're kind of hitting your peaks with the white. Okay. Right. This time let's kind of fold it together. Kind of let it pull. It is getting really quite wet at this point. Okay. Now, typically about here, I would dry it, but since I don't have a heat tool, I use a hair dryer and it's loud, so I'm not going to dry it at this point. We'll just put on I think I'd like some of this. Just put on a couple dots of this magenta. That really doesn't look like magenta, but and it's okay if you don't cover the whole paper, because remember, when you're making your books, you cut the corners off to fold into your books. So we're going to do some dabbing. And I'm going to fold it in again and fold it out. Fold it in, fold it out. The last thing that I'll do is add some bronze. I love bronze. It really makes colors pop, and it gives the journal cover a little bit of shimmer. It also kind of gives it an antique-y kind of look. You can do this with other distressing tools, whatever you want. I really like bronze. I like the way it turns out. I'm going to let the bronze, or any metallic that you use, you might want to use gold or silver, anything like that. That is my last layer, and I'm not going to mess with it at all. I'm going to dry this with a hair dryer and go ahead and put it on a journal. So you can see how much fun it is. It's you know, it's just one of those things that's uncomplicated but turns out truly beautifully. So check out Jenny Belly, Jenny Belly Studio. .blogspot.com, journalworkshops.ning.com. I am finishing these junk journals today and will have them for sale at my Etsy shop, hopefully by this afternoon. And my Etsy shop is tammybrackettdesigns.etsy.com. So thank you for listening, and I hope you enjoyed this messy, messy scrunch technique. Talk to you soon. Thank you.